Hello everyone, it's Lord Magicus, and you know what time it is. It's Simic Fish's time, that's what time. Alright, let's get our deck here. Today has been kind of a day. I mean, the last week has been kind of a week. There we go. Beautiful. Got all of our cards. Excellent. Sweet. Alright. Yeah, look, the last week was just not good because I did not have like a good sleep schedule going, and to be honest, I still don't feel like I'm doing great, but we're fine enough. We're doing this, so we're here. Also, the Final Fantasy IV Job Fiesta started, and I will at some point be doing a stream for that. Let me put it into the Twitch chat quick. So if you are at all interested in either Final Fantasy V or raising money for the Trevor Project, which is a awesome group. It's the leading suicide prevention and crisis intervention organization for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and questioning young people. Yep. So they run a suicide prevention line there, and this year the 4-Job Fiesta is raising money for that. So if you have a few extra dollars, I would highly encourage you to donate to this awesome charity. I have already donated myself, and I will be streaming a run of Final Fantasy V's 4-Job Fiesta here. So I don't know exactly when I'm going to get to that because I'm currently waiting for one of the job fair function to get fixed. But once that happens, then we have done a few streams of this before, and then we will be doing one of it for this year. So that's coming. But yeah, I'm excited about that. So also it kind of coincides with the Final Fantasy 1 through 6 pixel remaster collection coming to the Nintendo Switch, and I'm also really excited to play that too because I'm interested in testing a few different bugs to see if they exist on that version of the game still or not. But yeah, having it on Switch is great. So my physical copy just arrived like last week, so I've been really looking forward to getting to play it. But anyways, yeah, that's enough about that. We're here to play Merfolk. I know that's what everybody wants. That's why we keep doing it. Because I see you keep liking the videos on the replays, which is great, and I appreciate that. And I always try to read and respond to your wonderful comments, so very, very big thanks from me. I appreciate it immensely. So. And yeah, let's look at our deck. This is basically the same list that we had last time. I've only changed one card. I took the 3rd Mistbinder and made it the 3rd Svyelun. I honestly don't know if that was the card to turn into Svyelun number 3, but it feels like it's probably fine. I mean, it very easily could have been like Trickster or like Lord or maybe even Hexcatcher, but probably not that one. But I mean, it could have been one of those to become this, but I think the deck is like so close to where I want it right now that it probably doesn't matter what it is that I change. I mean, it felt like it was fine with 2 Svyluns, but we were never disappointed to see it, so I'm going to take it up to 3. I don't think that this is a deck that wants all 4, though. We are running 19 lands, and I don't want to... The whole point is to keep the curve low. That's why we're playing extra 1-drops in here, so I don't want to add more 3-drops to the deck than what we currently have between Svyelun and Kira here. And I guess, yeah, we have the Reclamation Sages, too. Like, we can board in the extra Boseiju as a land, but I feel like we probably won't need to. Svyelun is just there to help us keep the grind up. Yeah, but otherwise, like, the sideboard seems like it's good. We've used, like, all these cards at this point. Kira has actually been surprisingly powerful against, like, the control decks and also the scam deck. Not only for countering a lot of the effects, but also just having flying. Like, flying makes it a threat on its own that it has won multiple games for us at this point just by sailing over whatever nonsense is trying to hold the fort on the ground. So it's very good. But yeah, being a flying creature that it's really hard to remove seems like it's great. And it makes everything else hard to remove too. So yeah, the deck has been really good. I think we're something like we're like 15-5 with this. So those are good numbers for that. So I am happy to see it. All right, yeah, let's get our league going. I think the Lord of the Rings cards are out on MTGO now, so we might run into some of them. I am not terribly enthused about Magic becoming Super Smash Bros. The Gathering, but I guess that's the resounding financial success that seems to be Lord of the Rings at the moment means that is almost inevitable at this point. I don't think that there's any chance that they're not going to try to do this again with like another property, so we already have some tie-ins coming in the future. Like, I know Final Fantasy has, I think, a Secret Lair coming. So I don't know. Some other stuff like that is likely, I think. Well, we're on the play. Great. Yeah, this hand looks like it's probably fine. Name all to 6. I think we just play Cavern of Souls here. There's a chance we might use Boseiju as its effect. I don't always like playing Cavern of Souls as the first land because it tells them, like, early on that counter magic is not going to be relevant, and also it tells them, like, yeah, this is definitely Merfolk. Like, there's no chance that it's, like, goblins or spirits or some other nonsense. Like, sometimes you can get away with, like, Mutavault, like, pretending to be goblins, or, you know, if you play, like, Island, maybe you're spirits or something. Actually don't know if I guess I should play the speaker. I have Dismember up, like, okay, they didn't do anything. So this looks like maybe Living End. I guess it could be Rhinos, but I think if it was, they would have fetched. Seems likely to me. Okay, they Ralgren Triome. Okay, well, let's put the Tide Shaper in play. That's not bad. All right, let's attack. I feel like this is probably Rhinos. Interesting. We'll play Tide Shaper on the Triome to just try to mess with them. I'm going to keep the Boseiju in hand right now because it's possible we might need it for, like, Leyline Binding. Yeah, oh god, it's fucking elementals, isn't it? Yep, okay, no, we're in trouble. Well, we do have the Dismember, so that's fine, I guess. You're not going to get a landfall trigger off of it. We have to kill them very fast or we're going to die, so. We're not going to tick that up. That doesn't really help us. That has to go away, though. Alright, it's time to play this as a land, because we're probably going to crack Grove. I need them to play, like, Omnath, and then we just, like, Islands walk them to death. Right now, they are facing lethal, so they have to do something. But we have, like, yeah, if they just, like, tap out for Omnath, we have very many ways to just kill them through that, so... Finding any other 2-drop should be enough. Well, actually, if they have to play a fetch land in Omnath... Oh, they're evoking Fury. Okay. Okay. So I think this is a reasonable spot to try to draw the Lord. Alright, no, they're going to take away those. Did not find it. And they have another Nisa. Oh, fuck. We were close, but that was... We needed, like, a Lord there to really kind of blow them out. They get a green here. Like, play, like, Wrenn and 6, I guess, or something like that. Nope, they just want another land. Alright. I don't know. They're evoking this. Okay. An Island Walker still would win here. Alright, Lord off the top is the victory, so... Fucking goddamn... This is not what I needed right now. Yeah, the problem that they can find, like, more elementals like this, that is really bad for us. I couldn't tick up Vial here because I needed, like... If I drew an Island Walk Lord, I couldn't play it off the Boseiju, so... There's a high chance that we might have to just, like, throw away Svyelun and hope for the best. They're gonna cascade here. What are they cascading into? Glimpse of Tomorrow. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. I mean, they might not have another land, so, like, again, we're still in a position where Island Walk Lord wins. Okay. Alright, let's see it. They still have island, so... So this, alright, this is like an Elemental's Glimpse deck. Fucking hell, that's scary. Alright. That is really, really dangerous. Alright, what do we do with this? I think probably need, like, Chalice or Force or some combination of them. This is a Fury deck, so, like, Subtlety's not bad. I feel like... Oof, I don't know. The Dismember feels like it's probably better to deal with Nisa. So I'm looking at Kira. I'm looking at Chalice. I guess Subtlety's, like, also fine. I'm not really sure what to take out here. Like, Hexcatcher is probably okay. Maybe take 2 Chalices and... I don't think I want all 3 chalices because you can't play 2 chalices on 0. But having 1 is probably okay. I think I can cut 1 force for that. And the other question is Kira better than Svyelun for this? Should actually might be. I know, it's difficult to say. Svyelun definitely messes with Fury, but Kira also does that same job and has flying, so maybe we'll go that route. Yeah, this protects everything from Fury a little bit better. Alright, I'll try it like this. Like, this is not a super grindy match. This is like, we need to very aggressively kill them kind of match. This is actually probably good. Whoops. There we go. Uh-huh. 2 Lords and Dismember is probably fine for where we need to be. Okay, well, another Aether Vial is not really it. Do I want to use the Flooded Strand now or later? I don't feel like there's any realistic possibility we have to worry about getting an island right now. Well, next turn, like, we'll probably play the Flooded Strand, just because we do. I would like to have the 3 blue available, or I mean 2 blue available by turn 3, just in case we draw like Force of Negation. This looked like Ren and 6, or no, they can't play Ren and 6. Never mind. No, they just suspended Glimpse. Okay, I was gonna say, like, yeah, though they're playing Cascade stuff, so we know that they don't actually have Ren, but they could have Teferi. That is possible. All right. 3 lords, huh? Okay. 3 lords at the same time. Let's get island, and I guess this should work out pretty well because it should make it difficult for Fury to, like, blow us out when we play lord and then, like, have another lord as backup. Touch the Spirit Realm. Okay, so they're actually casting it, so I assume, yeah, they're just going to take away Lord here. Okay. This is notably something that, yes. That's pretty good. Let's play Kira. We can blow that up with Boseiju. But I believe that, yeah, it's when it leaves the battlefield, right? So we will get the Lord of Atlantis back from it when Glimpse shuffles it away. Yeah, that thing we have to dismember the fuck out of. We do have to Violin Lord at the end step and try to kill them quickly. It looks like unless we draw like Force or Glimpse, they might get it off. So there's a chance that that might go awry. Alright. We just have to hope not. No, thank you. I definitely... So what's going to happen here? This is going to happen in the upkeep. This might be a turn where we need to crack Waterlogged Grove, because finding either Chalice or Force is a pretty big deal right now. That's not really the one I was hoping for. They shuffle everything away first. So I could take them off of one permanent here, but I'm not sure how much that's going to help us. If they get multiple Furies, we're kind of fucked. 5, 6, 7, 8. So my options are either play the speaker or dismember this thing. I might need to keep the dismember for their turn. And just, we can survive one Fury, but we can't survive two. So we'll give them like 1,000,000 cards if they find one of these. They could just find a bunch of lands, and that would be pretty bad for them. So yeah, I guess we do have to put the Lord in here. We get to attack. So the question is, do we do this right now, or do we do this later? Probably taking them off this. No, I'm gonna play the Kumena speaker. All right. Good luck. I'm just thinking, like, if there's any possible way that, like, we survive this and we might still be able to kill them next turn. All right. How bad is it gonna be? Okay. You know what? There's only one Fury here, but they have to put all the triggers in the stack at the same time, so I think the sequencing matters here. They blow up the Aether Vial. I think this is okay. I guess it depends upon whether they end up drawing another Fury or not. I don't think I can defeat them having, like, multiple Furies, but... Okay, well, that's gonna get countered. Oh, I don't think, yeah, that didn't really help them very much here, but, okay. I guess it depends what happens with this Risen Reef. I think they needed to kill Kira, right? I think they needed to throw Fury and touch the Spirit Realm against Kira, so that way the shield would be down. And then potentially they could, like, draw more interaction with this. Alright, but they're gonna have, like, 1,000,000 cards here, so it's still dangerous. And they did, yeah, they found a Risen Reef, which is... We basically just need to not die, and then we have this. I don't know if it was a good idea to put that Steam Vents in play. Because they just gave us Island Wolf. They didn't actually give us a... Like, if they didn't put this in play, yeah, we didn't... They could have blocked, right? I don't think they had to. They could choose to put it in their hand. Yeah, they may put it on the battlefield. Putting Steam Vents in the battlefield is not a good plan. At least hold it, because then you can, like, start blocking these for a turn or so. Figure something out, but alright, we got there. We beat the Elemental Glimpse deck. I mean, we're not, like, totally lost to that, but it can get out of control. So. Oh, well. It's a good start to our league. It's another match where it makes Kira look really good. Alright, we appear to be on the draw here, so let's see what we got. This is not terrible. We've got a bunch of creatures to play. We don't have anything to do on turn 1, but we have interaction for some stuff. Svyelun, yeah. So, alright. I mean, we're definitely going to keep this. And we could draw a 1-drop still, so... we just play Island and pass here. Okay. They might play like Hexcatcher, or I mean, they might play like Wren and Six, and then we can use, well, we'll use Force Pitch Hexcatcher to counter it. Might be what's happening. Oh, it's another fucking Glimpse deck? Really? Okay. Well, that Force is gonna look real good then. Merfolk. I mean, I guess I'm just gonna pass and play Hexcatcher in the end step. Because they could, like, actually cast Shardless Agent here, and I would like to be able to use Hexcatcher to counter a Glimpse if they try to Cascade into it right now. Okay, so they are not doing that. They're just evoking this. That's fine. I think we got to play a little bit, like, smart with Hexcatcher here. We got to be careful of Fury, so... They have a bunch of clues. Is this like Aspiring Spike's latest deck or something? Is that why, like, everyone's playing it right now? I think here, like, if I play a Master of the Pearl Trident, I'm just gonna get blown out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna hold the Hexcatcher up here. I will play the other Hexcatcher at the end of turn, and then try to play Master of the Pearl Trident, or maybe even Svyelun if I draw a land. So we're now, like, at the point we have 4 masters here. We're definitely pitching a master to Force of Negation, so. See, they're evoking a Fury here to get rid of a Hexcatcher. I kind of figured something. They might do this and then try to Cascade. Okay. He just jams Shardless Agent this turn. Fucking called it. Look, we're so smart. We are so good at this game. They only have 2 cards left in their hand, so there's a very good chance they won't actually be able to do anything too ridiculous. Yes, I would very much like to counter that, please. And I think, yeah, if I draw a land now, so we definitely just jam Svyelun. Tide Shaper. Don't really need that. I guess we're just playing a Lord here. Actually, no. Okay, so there is an interesting thing. They didn't play a land this turn, and they might, yeah. So they might not have another green mana. So this might not be a terrible spot to Tide Shape this green source. They might have, like, Nissa or another Shardless Agent in their hand, so I would like to try to make it more difficult for them. Since I only have 1 Force and I'm going to need it for this Glimpse, let's just make life hard. That's fine. This keeps them from casting more Shardless Agents. It keeps them from casting Nissas, so... This goes on the stack, and then we force this bad boy, and pray they don't have, like, Mystical Dispute. So we're not beating that. Okay, good, excellent. Yeah, that also means, like, Risen Reef is offline for them, too. I think this is a good attack, actually, because You know that there's a very good chance I'm going to island walk past this thing. Oh, well, they didn't attack him. They could have, like, touched the spirit realm. That's pretty good. Alright, so, well, I guess if they have that, they can, like, no matter what we do, they're going to get rid of Tide. They'll unlock their green mana either way, but this is still definitely a spot to play Svyelun, so. Which means it's probably not a turn to attack. So, I don't know if they know this, but blinking the Tide Shaper will fix their mana here. So I'm not going to attack just in case they want to channel that. Well, I mean, just if they don't have it, then I want to keep their green mana offline. If they have it, that's whatever. It's fine. They're going to draw a card. That's okay. And next turn, we might draw another land, and we can play 2 Masters. That would be awesome. Okay, well, their mana is online now. Oof. I feel like if they had Nissa, they would have played it first. So maybe this is Omnath? Yeah, looks like it. No, Bloodbraid Elf. Okay. What are they going to reveal here? Violent Outburst. Oh, God. Sure. Yep, there's glimpse number 3. Yeah, we're just dead because there was a chance, like, Bloodbraid was not guaranteed to hit the 3rd glimpse. Like, there were other 3-drops that could have hit instead, but this board is definitely like death. We can't beat that. So, all right, begin sideboarding. All right, did I not? Oh God, did I not submit my changes before? I thought that's why we didn't draw Chalice, because they weren't in the deck. Fuck. I should have realized that when I was drawing Svyelun. Okay. Well, that was a blunder. Take out 1 Dismember, I guess, instead. You know, they seem to be very all in on this whole force nonsense, so let's maybe, like, lean a little harder into it on the play. Or, yeah, I want to have forces for glimpse. I guess this is fine. It's not perfect, but it'll do. Vial could be interacted with by Foundation Breaker if they find that, so should be aware. Breeding Pool. I don't really need that at the moment, so I think I'm just going to get another basic island. And then I can just play Hexcatcher at the end step, and then I can play Waterlogged Grove and have Force up. I think if we lose this match, it's because we failed the sideboard properly. I'm going to break my vial here. No, they're just going to do that. Okay. Just making some tokens. Okay. We don't want to play the other Hexcatcher just yet, because they might, again, try to Fury this thing away first. I will play this, I think, next turn. I don't want to put the Force down at the moment. There's a very high chance they're going to Cascade right here. Or actually, no, if they can remove this thing, they'll probably Cascade, so... We'll see if they evoke Fury. Because we also do have this other Hexcatcher that we could use to stop it too, but... I think the first... it's hard... I don't know. There's an argument to, like, use the Force later. They're suspending a Glimpse, okay. Interesting. Alright, I am not going to play that. So I don't want to lose to Fury right now. Here, I can play this because it'll be 3. So if they just go like 1 and 3, then Hexcatcher actually protects them both. And if they go 2-2, then Hexcatcher it still protects this at least. I can't do anything about Risen Reef. They don't have to actually show me what they found, right? Yeah, okay. Okay. 4 cards in hand. I think this is a good turn, or this is a good point to do that. Alright. That's great. That is also fantastic. Okay. Put the Lord in. So right now we have 11, so yeah, we'll just play the Hexcatcher and we just kill them. Alright, there we go. We beat Glimpse. Despite our apparent... No, that was just the first game. That's why we weren't sideboarded for it. Okay, never mind. I understand what happened here now. Alright. I was thinking we were in game 2, and no, that was just the first game, so... Okay. So this is game 3 now. Okay, so we're sideboarded correctly for this. I guess it was just confusing because we just played against this deck last round, so totally lost count of the games. All right, so we're at 1-1 for round 2. They choose to play first. This hand seems fine. They're on a mold of 6. Yeah, we have Hexcatcher, so that should be okay. It stops them from just doing the thing. We have our 2 blue sources in case we draw Force. Okay. They have another Gahalni Garden, sure. Speaker wouldn't be bad here. Mistbinder's okay. This should put the fear of Svyelun in them. So, yeah, if they play Shardless Agent here, I can stop the Glimpse. Though, to be honest, like, it almost might be worth letting them Glimpse in the first one here. Well, they're not going to go for it because they're scared of Hexcatcher, it seems, so that's fine. That just gives us more time to get stuff on the board. Sure, we'll tap that one. Sure. I have Dismember plus that up. I don't think that they're gonna block. Doesn't seem like it'd be terribly good for them to do so. I can wait until their turn to, like, maybe put another Trickster in, and then I have Mistbinder in my turn. Alright, what are we doing here? Shardless Agent. Okay, they're gonna pay 1 for this time. I have 2 Dismembers to actually take out their board, so what do we get here? I'm gonna let them do this. This actually was not like a terribly great glimpse. They get to draw 2 cards, I guess, but sure, that can trigger. Or another elemental. I'm just gonna kill this right now. So I didn't want to throw away 2 creatures to counter that. Like, the first glimpse was kind of a small one, so I was hoping that, maybe it wouldn't be too bad. And to be honest, like, this probably isn't that bad. Okay. The only thing I gotta worry about, I guess, is the Fury. Alright, I guess I can just pretend to do this. Like, if they glimpse again, like, it's still not, like, amazing for them. I guess it depends on whether how many Furies they have, so if they can find Fury or not. Alright, let's see it. Omnath? Okay. Uh, I guess I let them draw the card first and then do it. Since they already played the land. Okay, so here we are, end step. Kill the Omnath here. I draw Kira, I could Vial it in. Any 2-drop I can actually just cast and still have a Dismember. And I think this is like the critical turn, so we're gonna take it up. Alright, Tide Shaper's not bad. So what's gonna happen here? They do, like, they have to block Trickster and one other creature. This is my moment. Dismember it before they get the life gain. They should have blocked first and then did that. Because now now they're just dead. There we go. We won. Okay. Alright. Alright, cool. Let's 2-0. We beat the Glimpse deck twice now. Do I hear a third one? Does anybody else out there want to try Glimpse? It feels like we've got the tools to fight this deck. I'm not sure whether we should keep 3 or 4 Dismembers, though. That still remains unclear to me, but I definitely think that we have the cards we need. The only thing is just figuring out what the correct adjustments are to the deck list between sideboarding, so... They might not be playing Solitude, so maybe their Fury's their only thing they have to work with, and that would actually be pretty good for us. It means their removal is limited to mostly sorcery speed. I don't know, does the 4-colored Glimpse deck, I don't know if they play it. Let's take a look. It does not look like it. They're just mostly a red-green deck, and they splash the white and the blue, it looks like, so... Well, that's like an old version of this. Is there like a newer one? No, it doesn't look like it. I think just Fury and Endurance are the two. Alright, well, we're on the play for round 3. Great. This hand's okay. I think it's fine. We'll keep it. Because we are on the play, I think we can get away with playing Botanical first. We don't have to worry about like Ren and 6 pinging this thing. If I was on the draw, I would play the Breeding Pool just so that this thing would automatically be a 2-2 and not suffer a ping. But I think on the play, this is okay. Sure, Ragavan. That's great. I am definitely going to... this looks like this is probably... Scam, so let's get rid of Ragavan. And... attack with Kumena Speaker. I think I'm going to keep the Tide Shaper for right now. Because that's the card I would want to pitch to Force if I have to. Polluted Delta, okay. Dothy Voidwalker, that's fine. Well, they can't block this. We do have to kind of worry about Fury a little bit. That is definitely a concern, so the right move might just be playing Hexcatcher at the end of their turn. Could have stuff like Season Pyro. I can't block that either. I think I'm just playing this tapped and flashing in Hexcatcher in their turn. Gives me the best chance to build up a board state that Fury can't totally erase. If they don't play a third land, then Tide Shaping this Blood Crypt might also be a viable strategy. Yeah, they have to attack because blocking's not a thing, so... They do have a third land, so maybe we'll see Season Pyro here. That's a Season Pyro. It's not ideal, but... It's going to make it difficult to attack through that. Uh... Hmm. I'm not going to play it yet. Okay, that's sort of better. Give this island walk now, but I think the better thing to do is, like, let them throw away creatures first. We are hard casting a Grief, it looks like. Okay. Which means Fury is still possible, but we're probably losing Tide Shaper here. So no Island Walk for us, sadly. Like, the 99% have to take Tide Shaper. Force is just terrible. Okay. We just have to hope they don't have it. Alright. Nope, no blocks. So what? Another Tide Shaper off the top would win? That's pretty good, too. We are at 10, so how dead are we at the moment? They're at 7, so they do have to, like, block, right? I can cast Trickster, tap down Grief, attack with everything. They don't have lethal here, but they can block the Hexcatcher and then, like, block this, take 3. That's not great. I guess it's going to come down to whether they have Fury or not. Let's assume they don't. Should I be attacking this turn? If I take this away, like, Kumena Speaker can attack for 4. They'll probably just chump block it. I don't think that it matters a whole lot. I don't think they're going to be doing much attacking. Like, they could throw the Elemental Token in Grief and kill off the Kumena Speaker. Maybe that was worth attacking just for that, but I'm still trying to envision a world where, like, maybe I win next turn. Depends on, like, what they're doing right now. I guess I just, like, force this? They try to make an attack, like, it could be really good for us. Alright. Like, the Voidwalker has to attack, right? Doesn't really help us. Okay, feel like I have to make this speaker attack now. Don't think they have Fury, though, because if they did, they would have just used it there. So I'm not sure what... Maybe there's holding lands? Or, like, Thoughtseize, and Thoughtseize seems kind of dangerous. So they're not going to block, that's fine. I think, yeah, this turn I definitely use Trickster to stay alive. Grief and Voidwalker are not enough on their own, so... They do have a Tide Shaper that they could sacrifice this to cast, but it doesn't really help them to do that. And I feel like maybe I should have attacked with this one turn earlier. Thoughtseize! Okay. They're going to go to 1? Well, I think that means we're probably winning this game, right? Now all I have to do is just cast the Merfolk Trickster, tap down the Grief, and I don't think they can win. I don't know. It seems like it. They're going to go to 1. We have 4 creatures. They only have 2 blockers. Like, what are the odds that they actually succeed here? I guess another Season Pyro could do it. No, they only... I don't know. I guess it depends what their last 2 cards are, right? They'd have to, like, discard a non-land to, like, a Season Pyro to have 4 blockers, or get lucky and draw, like, a Bolt. That was pretty ballsy to cast that Thoughtseize. Looks like this is pretty favorable to us right now. Like, even if they evoke Fury, they can kill, like, 2 creatures, I guess. Culligan's command... Oh, fuck. I totally should have sacrificed that. That was a mistake. God damn it. Because I could have made them pay 1. That was a miss. I should have definitely made them pay the 1 so they couldn't play the Ragavan here. Alright, fuck. We might actually die now. We need, like, Trickster or Island Walk. Yeah. I definitely needed to sacrifice that. Alright, we lost this game. That was my fault because I totally fucked up and did. Because if I make them pay the 1 for that, then they can't play the Ragavan, so we'd still have enough on board. But they killed a creature and got a blocker. If they only killed a... Because, yeah, they were killing the only creature they could kill. So they would have succeeded in only killing a creature. Ah, that sucks. Alright, that's 100% on me. Opponent is like sharing sympathy here because I did not mean to do that. So okay, I think 1 seas over a Tide Shaper is still better, and probably Subtlety is good here, right? Take out another Tide Shaper. I think Harbinger seems fine. I don't really like Tide Shaper in this match. Alright, we'll bring in 2 of these guys. Because Harbinger, or I mean, Tide Shaper is usually just a 1/1 against all this removal. They don't play enough blue spells for us to, like, realistically do very much with. Sure. I could have played the Grove, I guess. But I'm definitely going to seize this thing. It's very hard for them to get rid of the Spreading Seas. Okay. I can just flash in Hexcatcher or, like, Trickster in their turn. I don't really need to... I don't want to run out Svyelun into, like, Terminate right now. Okay. Yeah, see, like, Edict would have been bad. Okay. So they already used 1 spell that's good at killing Svyelun, so let's see if they have another one. Because they might play Grief this turn, so I want to get this out of my hand before they, like, 4-mana Grief it away. And it might make their turn a little awkward and having to figure out what they're doing with that, so... Season Pyro. Alright, that's fine. Discard Voidwalker and everything that blows up 1-drops. I don't want to take the chance that they... I don't know. They could have something like Fatal Push, so I'm not going to fuck around with Svyelun here, but... cast Harbinger, because then that gives me the option to flash in Trickster to give Svyelun indestructible. But I want to draw the card off of it. Yeah, of course. But yeah, if they try to assign all 4 blockers, then yeah, that doesn't do anything. Alright. Maybe I should have fetched the island first, since it's likely I'm going to. I don't know. Ragavan with dash, huh? Okay. I would rather it did not dash. Really want to block that thing. And I don't want to use the Dismembers when they have a bunch of open mana up, because they very easily could just give it Undying. Sure. Fuck, they have the Fatal Push. Alright, well. Yeah, that sucks. There's not really a whole lot I could do about that because of Ragavan. Alright. Attack with the Trickster, I guess. Dismembering this right now is not great because it gives them a bunch more 1/1s. Alright, but yeah, this is not a terribly great spot. Like, they had exactly what they needed for that turn. I mean, I guess I could have tried dismembering Ragavan. There's a high chance that that might not have worked. And they had another Fatal Push, too, so, like, I don't know. That could have just been bad all around. Alright. No, I guess I'm taking 2 from this thing. They have 2 cards left, 1 card. Then another, is it Fable or Seasoned? Another Pyro, oh god. No, we are in so much trouble with these because, like, when they die, they're just gonna get a million tokens anyway. That is not really something that I am looking to block right now. I mean, I guess I do this now because then if they exile it... Like, they get 1/1s, but at least I have a bunch of 2/2s, so... I'm dead to Fury, though. Like, that's just a thing. It looks like they might be flooded out here, so... Let's hope that they attack with the tokens. I need to Harbinger that thing badly. I think I'm just dead no matter what I do. They can make a bajillion tokens. Like, I can Harbinger, bounce this, block 2 tokens, and I go to 1. That's not a good spot. Okay. I don't think that there's any reasonable chance I can beat the second one of those. It was theoretically possible when it was just 1, but... Alright, yeah, you got this. I punted the first game, so, like, that's kind of on me. I think if we had not fucked up the first game, there was a really good chance that maybe we could have took it in 3, but this is not a deck where you can afford to make those kind of mistakes. Like, Scam is already very difficult, and if you don't seize the opportunities that you're given, then yeah, you're gonna lose that pretty easily. So that one's on me. I did not counter the I did not sacrifice a thing to the Culligan's command when I absolutely should have, so that's my fault. But otherwise, like, had we done so, like, you know, we might be 3-0 right now. There's a really good chance. I know. Like, I am not, like, on top of this today. Like I said, the last, like, 2 weeks, I've just kind of been, like, eh. Not just to Magic, but to, like, everything. The last 4 leagues we played this deck, I've been, like, I was, like, on top of it every time, but... Obosh the Prey Piercer, I think we are in trouble. Like, this hand is probably fine. It's not great. We don't have anything to do on 1. There's so many ways this goes wrong. Gonna end up taking so much damage from these groves, whatever. It's a playable 7. There's not a guarantee that we're gonna have a playable 6. But this is not really the hand that I want against this deck. Like, we need to be very, very aggressive. Oh god, that's so much worse. So we're on the play here, but it doesn't matter because we don't really have anything to do, and they have gemstones, so they're, like, really on the play. Let's see, what did they exile here? The research desk, okay. Alright. Play something in their turn. I don't want to let them use the mana for, like, something right now. Bone Crusher Giant is not exactly great for us at the moment. Sure, Relic is fine. Probably play Hexcatcher because then they can't, like, they can't stomp it and keep their Bone Crusher. I mean, they could have, like, Lightning Bolts, but what are you going to do? Okay, what are you doing, opponent? This Den of the Bugbear is not exactly great for us either. It's pretty strong. They will get to the mana, too. I just want to play this because then at least if it gets stomped with, like, Bone Crusher, then, yeah, it's not a tragedy, so... The lords are all mostly equal here. Sure, Lightning Bolt. Let's see if they can just trick them into paying for it. The answer is you do not pay for the 1, if there's any question about this. Because you definitely want to draw a card with Relic this turn. And you might keep them from drawing the card with Relic, so... Yeah, okay. Alright, does your hand have another lightning bolt in it? Nope. Flame Slash. Okay. Put Obosh in hand. Ugh. That's just not great. I guess if they, like, spend their turn turning this into a creature, I would trade Lord with this. I have the Dismember for Obosh, but I have to hold on to it for a little bit still. It is very dangerous to just, like, lose 4 life to kill off something here. But we need to, so. Obosh cannot be allowed to live, or we will die. Yeah, it doubles the damage that all of the odd stuff in the deck does. And, I mean, oh god. Dashing Ragavan is not really good for us. So they have 3 cards we don't know about. Yeah, finally we can do something here. I think the Trickster's worth just a little bit more right now. Alright, let's see what you got. This costs 4, so if they wanted to use this, they'd have to play another land and dedicate the whole turn to it. Or they could play a land and play Obosh, which we would just dismember. So let's see which route they choose to go here. Looks like Obosh, okay. And I probably need to kill it so that way if I draw Svyelun I can play it. I mean, we'll take an extra 1 off Grove, but it's important because if I draw Svyelun, I need to play it like this turn. It's not really what I wanted to see here. No. Okay. And if they just attack with the Den of the Bugbear, then I'll flash in Trickster and just block and kill it. Oh, that's lovely. Alright. Yeah, it's gonna kill off Master for sure. Okay, well, we're cracking Grove because, we're gonna have a very hard time beating Furies here. Alright. I mean, I can at least cast that. And I pretty much have to, so... Alright. Have to... Oh, this is so bad. I have to, like, tap down this Fury. For, like, it's going to just murder us. And if they have another one at any point, this game is over. I don't feel like we have a terribly great match against Obosh. They're a pile of removal spells, and they're also, like, a Fury deck, and it's kind of like Scam, like, it just becomes really difficult because, you know, the combination of, like, Ragavan, Fury, and, like, Lightning Bolts is usually pretty good against us. That's not helping our cause either. Okay, I can concede this. There is no fucking way I'm beating two of these things. We have no hope against this whatsoever. Okay. So their curve is actually fairly diversified. So I don't think Chalice is the way to go here. Spreading Seas is probably fine. This is another match where Tide Shaper is pretty bad. And Subtlety is like okay, but it's not terribly amazing. And Kira will help us a little bit. I don't really want like Tide Shaper here. Harbinger is like kind of fine, I guess. Don't really want all of these Dismembers, but I need some number of them. This is, I think, also they can play Blood Moon if they want to, which could be bad too. So, I don't think they might have some artifacts or enchantments that this can blow up, but not like a lot. You can only play around so much. Oh, Force of Negation's not terribly good against them either. I cannot keep this. This is also just equally as bad. Our opponent is starting with 8 cards, and we are looking to start with 5 right now. So, yeah, I don't think this one's... I don't think this match is going our way. It does not help that it is now like summertime here, and it is starting to get warm in this room because it's on the 3rd floor. Are you fucking kidding me? We still only have 1 land. I guess goodbye Subtlety, goodbye Spreading Seas. This is not a good hand whatsoever. Good. That's wonderful. We're already probably in the like 10% territory, and it's not looking like it's improving from here. Yeah, I figured that. They don't really have to do much to win this one. Yeah, sure, fine. Goodbye, land that we needed. Like, they don't get to cast anything, but they have the treasure token so they can bolt us again. Ugh, yeah, no, it's not looking great. Aether Vial is not really what we wanted right now. I think we just needed actual lands, because I don't think that we're realistically going to be playing more than 1 creature a turn with this, and we're already moving really slowly, and this is not going to help. I mean, if they have Blood Moon, then it helps us slightly, but yeah, I don't know. It's very likely we're just going to get run over here. Just dash Ragavan again, sure. This is like a perfect example of like why Ragavan is like such a ridiculous card. Goodbye, Island. Alright. They keep making treasure tokens with this, so like their advantage over the game is just snowballing while we're stuck here. They're not getting the cards from here, but they very easily could just be finding cards to cast with it too, so. Ragavan is not a reasonable Magic card, and if you think otherwise, then you are on cocaine or something. There is no fucking way that that card should have ever been printed. It's what it is. Fuck. Does it not keep it revealed once it shows it once? No, it should absolutely under no circumstances have ever been printed. But the same can be said of like so many Modern Horizon cards. So, what are you gonna do? Sure. No, I did not find anything to stop this. No one drop, no Dismember. Your Ragavan is just gonna do its thing. Alright, what are we finding now? I swear to God, if you find another land that we needed desperately, like... There's, like, nothing good. Like, they could find, like, Svyelun here, and, like, then the game is also just straight over. I mean, we have 2 of our 3, but, like... There's so many bad cards. They found Merfolk Trickster. I mean, they probably should play it. Like... yeah, they're going to play it right now. Okay, you know what? We're done. This is not winnable. Match 3 was definitely winnable. Match 4 doesn't really feel like it was, so, alright. See if I can do better in the last one. I will say, Mono Red is not, like, super popular in the meta, so, like, I wouldn't particularly plan against it a whole lot, but it still shows up in the challenges every now and then, so it's not, like, it's definitely not, like, an unplayable deck or anything by any means. It has a couple results to its name, same as, like, Merfolk, but it's not, like, a deck that I'm going to tailor a sideboard strategy to, so if I run into it, then so be it. That's just life. Just hope that they don't have like a hand like that. There we go. We are on the draw. Okay, great. They choose. All right, this actually looks like a great hand. We have Aether Vial. We have, you know, a bunch of lords to play with it. Should do pretty well. The only way we don't is if, like, we're up against, like, a spell deck. Oh, goddamn. No, actually, we have Tide Shaper, so this is not the end of the world. So we are up against Tron. Play Island Aether Vial. And next turn, we will have to Tide Shape one of their lands and hope that that will be enough to slow them down while we can kill them. Drawing more Tide Shapers would be great. Drawing Boseiju would also be pretty good. Oh my god. They are really gunning for this turn 3. Alright. Just hope they don't have like another map or something. Picking up Force would be pretty strong. And a Speaker wouldn't be terrible either. Trickster is not really the one I was looking for, but We played Tower second. So I'm going to go after the mine. They really want to have more towers in play usually, so it's somewhat to our benefit if we force them to not get the one that makes 3. So I need them not to have like another expedition map. Or Oblivion Stone would not be terribly great either. If they find another map, we're in trouble. Oh god. They have Dismember. They have 5 mana here, so... Alright. Karn. Fuck. Yeah, they're just gonna get like Ensnaring Bridge and we're gonna die. We can't use the Aether Vial, so... They can't cast Bridge right now. We're not stone dead to a bridge, though. We do have the Boseiju in the deck. I could play the Grove and try to draw Force with it. Though it doesn't really help us too much because Karn can also pick up the Force from exile. Or, I mean, the bridge from exile. Yeah. So, yeah, they're going to minus it here. Being like, they also might just grab like Walking Ballista, and that's probably sufficient. Liquid Metal Coating. Okay, they're gonna go after the lands. I don't know if that's really the correct thing to do right now. Hmm. We're, like, definitely not favored to win this at this point. It's not over yet, but it's definitely getting there. They have enough mana to play, like, literally any of their bombs, and we don't have any good way of stopping it, so... Them having turn 3 Tron plus the Dismember for the Tideshaper is just... And on top of that, having the Karn on that turn was just, like, fucking insane. There's nothing we could do about that. We kept a pretty good hand, but their hand was, like, actually perfect. We have much better chances when we sideboard in a bunch of nonsense. So this might be bridge here. They could have another Karn, the Great Creator. Okay, they're getting Walking Ballista, that's fine. That will also do it, because I'm not able to contend with that. Okay, let's get that. We want Subtlety. And for this match... Svyelun, I don't really believe in you, and Dismember, I don't really believe in you. Spreading Seas, I do believe in you, so I think that's about it. Alright. So we have like 7 ways to disrupt Tron mana between the Boseijus, the Seas, and the Tideshapers. We have Force, Subtlety, and Hexcatcher to try to mess with their spells, and just a bajillion creature. Yeah, Rec Sage can blow up bridges as well as the Boseiju, so we've got some play here now. Yeah. Think we're supposed to keep this? Really need that second land, but like this is definitely the kind of hand that we sign up for, so hopefully Subtlety can keep us in the game for a little while until we find land number 2. Land off the top is like basic. What the fuck? They're playing a Boro? Is this Mono blue Tron? Okay. Interesting. They're not playing green Tron. That's an... alright, I guess. So probably just Violin Tide Shaper. So if I draw a land, I need to try to play both of these, I think. Still like 2 turns away from Tron, and we have Subtlety to back us up, so... They might have like Condescend, so I gotta be careful of that. Fucking Squelch! Okay. I'm definitely taking it up. Land. Come on, land. It's not a land, but it's sort of okay. We'll cast the Tide Shaper. And I guess I'm gonna do this before they fucking squelch me again. Holy shit. Trickster is probably just gonna be force food here, so... Interesting. Yes, even if they get Tron this turn, like... I don't want to play the Tide Shaper because that lets them condescend here. If I do play the Tide Shaper, like threatening to kill them, I only have 12. I could draw a Lord after that, but it's not guaranteed that I will. Whereas, yeah, here I could just be dealing... Yeah, it's only 12. But... Pitch the Trickster. So, yeah, Subtlety's here in case they have, like, Ballista. Then if I draw, like, a land, then I can still, like, Tide Shaper one of these lands and keep us alive for a little bit, maybe. What are you doing? Holy fucking shit, that is absolutely fucking brutal. It makes a Power Stone. Well, I can blow this thing up with Reclamation Sage, right? So, I mean, I guess that's gonna happen. It does have Unearth 8, so... I kind of need to tick this up. That's good. So here, I can Tide Shaper one of their lands and then blow this thing up. Gotta be very careful right now. I do want to get this damage in. Probably, like, they have Squelch. Oh, God. I have to pay attention to that. 6 cards. Alright, let's do this now. What was the one that they searched for? They searched for the tower, so... do this and play around Squelch, I guess. Okay. We've not had a terribly good run of good luck with Tron recently, so... yeah, Blue Tron has been kicking our butts the last couple times we've faced it. Naturally, they would have another one of these. Oh my god. Fuck. How is this my life? Alright. They're not going to unearth anything? What are they, like, doing? They had the mana to, so I don't know. Do they have another one in hand or something? Engineered explosives X equals 1. If I just force that, don't I win? Right? I think. They don't have counter magic up, so I'm hoping this just kills them. And that if they just play like Worm Coil or something, I want to just Trickster. So. Oh, fuck, I gave them the island for it. So they did have Condescend. So, no, alright. So, EE is going to blow up my Vial and my 2 Tide Shapers. Yeah, if they had a blue mana from there. So they searched for a tower, and then I guess they just naturally had the second one. So, like, what are we supposed to do about that? Holy shit. Alright. Well, we're not dead yet, so... they still get hit for 4 here. I have to Trickster this the Cityscape Leveler, right? Unless I draw, like, another Seas, I think. Yeah, then it just puts them on 5. You have Ballista, too. Or something. So this thing will get to destroy one of my yeah, it'll get to blow up one of my creatures. I can tap it so it can't attack and destroy the other one. And hopefully they take... they'll still have 5 mana to do whatever they want. It's so bad. And we don't necessarily kill them then. Thought-Knot Seer. Okay. Well, they had exactly what they needed here. They're going to kill off 2 of my creatures now, and there is nothing I can do about it. I can only attack them for 2. Jesus Christ, like... how is it that, like, all of our mono blue Tron opponents have just, like, been absolutely crushing this? With like, everything that they could possibly, like, need against us every time. This should be, like, a really good match, and now we're going to be, like, 0-3 against this deck. Fuck me. I don't know what to say. Like, we just come up against, like, the most powerful Tron opponents in the world, I guess. Like, what, even with this, like, this whole turn only works for them if they have exactly, like, okay, sure, Ballista, that's fine. I guess that also is an option. You can just kill off my board here. Why not? And get rid of Trickster, I guess. There's no reason not. Or you can just kill off the Reclamation Sage. Yeah, this is so just awful. Doesn't really help me. They go to 3, but, like, that doesn't matter. So again, they still can unearth this at any given point. To kill, like, they can kill both of my creatures that way. Alright, I have no choice but to cast it and just pray. I am at a loss for words. I don't know what to say about this. This is just, like, ridiculous. They have, like, 15 ways from Sunday to actually, like, kill us now. Bring back the Leveler and attack us for 12, kill off both of our creatures is definitely a fine way to do it. Or they could just have, like, another Ballista in hand, or, like, play Karn and find something with it. Like, yeah, there's so many ways that this could go wrong. Oh, sure, why not? Thirst for knowledge. Find something else. Like, we don't have enough already. Hmm. They discarded Dismember and Repeal. Like, they're just dunking on us now. It's like, those both would have been perfectly fine ways to go about this. They're actually just making fun of us. Find Island. Okay, you want to do this now? Trinket Mage. Why? Explain to me why we're doing this. They did put an island in play, so, like, theoretically we could just play another Lord of Atlantis and kill them. But I don't see where this is going. Like, what is your last card in hand? It feels like you had, like, you're giving us a chance that we absolutely should not have here. Academy Ruins. Okay, so you have Ruins and what other card? Nothing. Please let us draw Island Walk Lord. There is no justice in this world. All they had to do was just unearth this and just, like, attack with this and kill off the Lord of Atlantis, and we would have, like, actually no way to kill them. We can't, like, attacking into this doesn't do anything, so we're not gonna attack. I'm just gonna pretend I drew, like, Force of Negation. Sure. But, like, the Dismember would have been enough, the Repeal would have been enough, like, the Leveler is enough. They discarded 2 lands, sure. The Spell Bomb is also probably enough, unless they're just going to get greedy and just draw cards with it. I don't think they want to... Yeah, they don't really need to use it right now, so... Hexcatcher, okay, sure. I mean, they'll probably just put Walking Ballista back on top, and that'll be enough. Like, the game is over here, but we will play the Hexcatcher, but yeah, it's not going to actually do anything. Like, the game, we lost like 3 turns ago, but our opponent kind of blundered and gave us a chance to kill him, even though there was no real reason to do so. We just didn't draw the card we needed to punish them, so... Alright, let's play the Hexcatcher, and then we'll concede. Alright, we're dead. The Ballista's just going to kill everything. Alright, well, we beat the Glimpse decks pretty handily. Yeah, I kind of punted the match against the Scam deck by just not sacrificing Hexcatcher in that turn, so... That one was probably winnable, and I don't think that it was winnable against the mono red deck, and the Bluetron player just, again, 3rd time in a row we've played against Bluetron, and the 3rd time they've just, like, actually, like, had legitimately every card they could ever possibly dream of. It's just, it is insane. And it feels even worse knowing that, like, even despite that, like, he still gave us a chance, but we couldn't find one of our, like, other Islands Walk Lords to punish him for it, so that's just part of it. Oh, well, that's all we've got for today. Like, the list is probably fine, but, like, so some of those matches were difficult to, like, unwinnable, and, making them one mistake definitely did not help me, so it's not, like, a league I feel terrible about too much, because... There's only, like, so much you can do with the resources against, like, those kind of hands, but at the same time, like, we know we probably could have been, like, 3-2 instead of 2-3 here, so... The one of them's on me. I will still continue to play this just because I see no reason not to be playing Kumena Speaker, because that card is... I think that's, like, the most important thing for the deck now, is just... There is too much nonsense in Modern, and the best way to beat it is to just kill them as fast as possible. Trying to go long against these decks is not going to be great. We buy ourselves a little bit of time with stuff like Kira and Svyelun, but ultimately it's going to... The longer the game goes, like, the less favored I think we're going to be when we're fighting against decks like Scam, where they're just going to hard cast Furies, or... We're playing against, like, Omnath decks where, like, Omnath or Elishnorn will take over the entire game. Or we're playing against, like, combo decks, kind of like Living End or Glimpse, where eventually, like, they'll find a way to, like, get it through and then just have an insane board state. Like, or again, like, Creativity is, like, a deck that goes, like, way over the top of us as well. Like, once they get Archon in play, like, we're not really fighting that. So the best thing that we can do is really try to win as fast as we can against those decks, and, like, Kumena Speaker is going to be the way to do that, so. But yeah, that's all I have for today, so I appreciate you guys being here. Yeah, if you're watching the replay, please give it a thumbs up. Yeah, it is some days it is, like, hard to stay motivated to keep playing Magic, but every time that I see the likes in the comments on the replays, that reinforces that I'm not wasting my time, that people are enjoying it, so it means a lot to me, and that's why I keep doing it. So thank you all. That's all I've got for tonight. I will see you again next time.